Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. I have a very interesting and shocking reaction video for you today. And what it is, it's going to be about a young black lady who takes the life of another black woman over the most silliest thing. The both of them are in a liquor store, and one bumps into the other. And that was enough for one to pull out their weapon and end someone's life. Now, what I'm going to do is show you this. Why I'm showing you this? Because my question is, ladies, is this what you want men to protect? Let's find out and see what y'all think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put it up for you.
Have to die behind it.
The family of a woman killed in a deadly dispute is speaking out for justice tonight as another woman faces charges. Good evening and thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Mike Duffy. It all started with an argument at a Livonia liquor store. Police say the trouble spilled into the parking lot early Tuesday, where shots rang out, ending in tragedy. Tonight, the victims' relatives opened up to 7 Action News reporter Whitney Burney about the senseless and painful loss. Whitney?
That shooting happened right here outside of Nicholas's party store just off of I-96 in Livonia. Police have identified the victim as 27-year-old Markayla Sadler, a young mother of a 3-year-old son and a business owner. Her family says this altercation all started because of a shoulder bump.
She had a whole life, you know.
Sitting on a couch surrounded by her husband and children.
She was just fun, you know. Everybody loved her.
Lakeisha Matthews is
I want y'all to think about this. How violent that our women have become. Young women, old women, middle-aged women. Our women in the black community have gotten to the point where they have no restraint. They are not temperate. They have no temperance whatsoever. All they care about, they're just reactionary people now. They're just impulsive. Bumping somebody accidentally is not reason enough for you to end their lives. People have other people that love them. That's somebody's daughter, could be somebody's mother. But this is what I don't understand. You say that men should protect you from other men, but it looks like y'all need to protect yourselves from yourselves.
A whole life, you know.
sitting on a couch surrounded by her husband and children.
She was just fun, you know. Everybody loved her.
Lakeisha Matthews is remembering the light her daughter Markayla Sadler brought into every room.
She was a person, you know. She has a mother, she has a father, she has siblings, she has a son.
But the 27-year-old story was cut short this week. Police say they were called to Nicholas's party shop near Merriman in I-96 around 1 a.m. Tuesday after two women got into an argument inside. Investigators say shortly after the argument spilled into the parking lot, 24-year-old Lanaya Khan grabbed a gun and fatally shot Sadler.
Her son.
Think about it. Again, this woman has a child, okay? I don't know if the daddy's in his life or not, but they keep going back talking about her and this child. So that child was probably being raised by a single mother, and that mother has now been taken away from that child. What's going to happen to that child? Do you understand the trauma that that child is going through right now? You can see on the screen how old that child looks, like it's old enough to comprehend that mama ain't there no more, or that mama's not coming back, or mama isn't here when she's supposed to be here. That child is going to grow up without a mother, probably have a father or baby daddy Pookie who doesn't want anything to do with him, does not want to be responsible for him. It's a very tragic situation, man.
Son is 3 years old, he'll be 4. And now he doesn't have a mother, all over a argument in a store.
A man who was with Sadler at the time returned fire, injuring the suspect and a 24-year-old man who fled the scene. Khan is now facing charges for second-degree murder and felony firearm.
I just want for the person who done this to go to jail and stay in jail. I feel like their life should be over also.
And while the wheels of justice begin to turn, Sadler's family says it won't bring back their Kayla, the life of the party that was so well loved.
Love you, yeah.
Love evident by the number of people who showed up to celebrate her at a vigil on Thursday.
You can't even.
So we got to get away from that stuff. Why do we celebrate our loved ones after they die, especially this way? Yeah, people might like them and stuff like that, but we got, in my community, everybody seems to come together when there's a funeral. You don't get to see you don't get to see your first cousins, your second cousins, or other family members until there's a death See, when I grew up, we used to have things called family reunions where people used to come together, you know, and meet up. You know what I mean? And let you know, hey, this is your people, this is your people, this is your kinfolk. They don't do that no more. Right now, everybody's in their own little world. You know what I mean? And as you can tell, life is too short, ladies and gentlemen, to not recognize somebody for their contributions to your life or for what they have done for you, your mothers, your grandmothers, or any other type of loved one or friend. It's just sad.
To go to the store, you can't even get into an altercation. I mean, you know, people have arguments every day. We have arguments at work. We have arguments at home. You know, you shouldn't have to die behind that.
That goes back to what I'm saying. A lot of women today lack emotional intelligence. Everything is just fleshy. Everything is impulse, like I said a while ago. To be able to handle an offensive person is a skill set. You cannot get away from offenses in life, okay? You could be the biggest, baddest man, biggest, baddest woman, know all the martial arts on the planet, but you will still get disrespected. You can look at YouTube and you'll find all type of different content creators talking about other people who they have never met in their lives, talking about them in a very disrespectful manner, talking about their wives, their children, them. It doesn't matter. Even in the Bible, I believe Jesus said offenses will come. Okay? Offense is going to come. There's nothing you can do. There will always be someone who will disrespect you. But the thing is, how do you react to those offenses is what's going to keep you alive. How you react. If you can just react, control your reactions, you might make it home to your family.
We have arguments at home. You know, you shouldn't have to die behind that.
Sadler's family is currently working to start a college fund for her 3-year-old son.
Markayla's family is working to start a college fund for her son, with all donations being sent to the Cash App, $ Lakeisha Sadler. 24-year-old Lanaya Khan was arraigned on charges of second-degree murder and felony firearm and is facing life in prison and is being held without bond.
That's the woman who shot her. That's the other knucklehead black lady who shot her. Now, I'm using this clip out of fair use and educational purposes and stuff, but this is the lady that shot this woman.
Second-degree murder and felony firearm and is facing life in prison and is being held.
Look at her. I'm gonna freeze the screen. Look at him. That ain't no gangster woman. Ain't no gangster woman gonna show up like that crying, holding on. See, when you're in the moment, when you absolutely have no self-control of your feelings or your anger, or you're just so egotistical that if anyone says anything to you, let me tell you something. Sometimes people don't fight. Sometimes people don't cuss nobody else out. Sometimes people don't shoot at people like this woman did unless there's other people around. And these peers, it's like peer pressure. Their peers, they are so concerned about what their peers are going to think about them that they will react and think in an animalistic way and attack someone who's in front of them over nothing. Like this right here, a simple bump in the shoulder. You can go on a bus and bump into people all the time. You can go on the subway and bump into people all the time. You can go to the grocery store or retail store and accidentally bump into people all the time. The difference is a lot of people don't care what no other people think. This is a woman who care about what people think. She was in there with her friends. That's great.
Held without bond. She's due back in court on August 3rd for a probable cause hearing. Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy also issued a charge against 25-year-old Corey Campbell, who allegedly returned fire during the incident, for improper concealed weapon licensing. Police said Campbell had an expired concealed pistol license, so he is now charged with carrying a concealed weapon. The case remains ongoing.
Gentlemen, what are we going to do? Ladies, what are you going to do? I don't understand. How is it you ladies are not holding each other accountable? You're so quick to hold us accountable. Even when that woman who got hit in the brick with the brick, y'all was quick to bash black men left and right. And then you found out it was a hoax. I don't hear y'all coming out and apologizing for the things that y'all was saying about black men. I don't hear none of that stuff. All I hear is like, y'all crickets. I don't hear nothing. So like I say, is this what you want us to protect? Women who can't even be bumped into without taking someone's life, without taking somebody's mother away? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this subject, man. You know how I do. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all have a good one now. You hear?